and welcome to the DugOut. My name is Theophilus, and I know you will say you have not seen me for a while. It's not my fault. The economy has been dealing with us. Oh, we're back. Did I lie, Totle? It's been crazy, but we're back. We're good. And introduce yourself now. Why are you letting me do the talking?
Now many people have done food. I did. I don't know for those who have been joining us for the first time. My name is Adefola.
Exactly.
I'm this Greg's co-host.
Well, he didn't tell you, but his name is Daddy Gigi. So take notes. Alright, as the latest daddy in town. You know what I'm saying? So my guy ain't shooting blanks. You know what I'm talking about?
Thank God. You see, let me just say something. Fatherhood is very, very sweet.
Yeah, you can say that again.
It's worth it.
And speaking of fatherhood, I recently saw a video of Pep Guardiola's daughter talking about her love for her parents and all of that. It just got me thinking because Thierry Henry said he felt that Pep seemed to have lost it since the breakup from his wife, and all of that, and Manchester City coincidentally having their worst ever season under Jose Pep Guardiola. But somehow in their worst ever season, they still are in the top 4 Premier League.
It just shows you how good that team has been, and how good that team is.
Yeah. For
them to be having a bad season by all standards, and they are still in contention for Champions
League football. Yeah.
I mean, we have the likes of Chelsea, we have
Tottenham. Please don't say Manchester United. Please.
We have Newcastle.
Very good.
We'll still get Man United. So then we have Arsenal. We have Liverpool. More or less
champions.
So then we leaders to the title. So I mean, as bad as they've been, they've lost how many games now? 9 games in the season, but they are still in contention for Europe. I mean,
not just Europe, the Champions League.
No, I'll say Europe. No, why? Because Champions League is all with the way they've been playing. I'm not sure if anything is going to change. They may not get that spot because Nottingham Forest seems to be the team that the what they call that thing again? They say it's the surprise team.
Yeah,
they seem to be serious about it.
And they're hot on their heels. But you know, Nottingham Forest was the last one to beat City, and that was this past weekend. But they have also shown that sometimes they can be inconsistent as well.
But we expect it from that kind of team.
Yes, that's what I'm. So that's the reason why I'm saying even in their somehow in their worst season, they're still in contention to play in the Champions League. For instance, I don't think Newcastle. I can authoritatively say Newcastle might not play in the Champions League this season because yes, they will be in Europe, but not in the Champions League because they haven't shown the consistency to make it to the Champions League. But somehow City with all of their issues and
injuries,
they still manage to remain in the top 4
but
spots.
Then there's a bogey, like I said, we're coming back to Man U. There's a bogey in this whole top 4 race and everything.
Yeah.
Man U knows how to use happy and wait to enter Champions League.
Yes,
but you know that.
But you can actually have 5 English teams.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that the way is that you can have 5 teams. But remember, there's Liverpool first.
Yeah.
Arsenal more or less second.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest. Then we have Nottingham Forest. We have City. We have Chelsea. We have Newcastle. And that's 4 teams vying for 3 positions.
Yeah.
That's third.
But no, because of the recent UEFA coefficient.
Yes.
I think last season, I think there were either 5 Italian teams or 5 German teams this season in the Champions League. Yeah. So the top 4 already is.
Can you say you have 6 teams? Because if the top 5 qualify and Man U wins the Europa League, what does that tell you? That means Man U gets automatic qualification now. So it's going to be 6 teams. Where 1 team has to drop off.
Okay, I think I'll have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So if it's 5 teams, you are 5th.
Yeah.
If Man U wins the Europa League,
definitely.
Exactly.
So they drop you off. Yeah.
You need to be in the top 4.
That's
to
guarantee playing in the Champions League.
Exactly.
That's true though.
And United have the knack. They did it before. They might not do it again.
This United team.
Is it not the same? They did. We only Chelsea. Who they did it to?
Yeah, the season they won the Europa League.
They bounced somebody out. Exactly. So they can do it. But we can all say now that the Italian league is still up for grabs.
Yeah.
The Serie A, La Liga is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Bundesliga is more or less Bayern Munich about to lift the
finally.
But I think that course was an English course, not a.
You
can't go to Bayern Munich and not win the title.
Here we go.
No, you cannot.
He didn't win the title last season.
That's his first season, I understand. But with the way Leverkusen was playing, unbeaten, never losing. It's one of those teams that just can't.
Anyway, we talked about the Champions League, so let's move down to the Champions League. For the first time ever, we saw a team win by 7 goals away from home in the Champions League. Yes, Tola is dancing now, and we all know who that team is. Arsenal. For a team that claims that they want a striker, you really need a striker.
Thank God you're following my bands online.
Yeah.
Where they were busy hyping Arsenal up, saying that mine taking we do have a striker.
Yeah.
Maybe they can take their chances against us, only to watch them beat PSV.
Demolish
them
PSV.
7-1.
7 goals to 1. Yeah.
My reply was that don't gas me up. I know my Arsenal.
And they went on to show you why
they will go and concede the last minute reference penalty after pressing for 90 minutes. It almost happened now because even for that wonder strike from Declan Rice, that game could have ended.
And even at that, we even saw in the highlights, because I didn't really watch the end
Raya
of the game.
Raya for president.
Exactly, Raya literally was the savior for Arsenal on the day.
So I know my Arsenal. They don't gas.
But it's safe to say Arsenal are through to the next round of the Champions League.
I don't think. I mean, even the word virtually means almost.
We've seen remontandas, but I don't think this cannot happen.
I don't know if you remember the last time a team came back from very high deficits as high as this in the knockout stage was barring the 2 times Barcelona.
Oh well, I was waiting.
The first time was 4-1 against Roma, right?
Was it 4-1 against Roma? I think it was 3-1 against Roma.
It was 3-1 against Roma, and it was 3-0 against.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you go way back, I think it was 2005 or 2004. A very, very popular team back then, Deportivo La Coruña against AC Milan.
Okay.
Where the first game was at the Milan Stadium. Milan won that game. Shevchenko won that game 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Only to go to Spain and lose 4-0.
Yeah.
To Deportivo La Coruña. That was the first time I saw that kind of Ramon.
That comeback, yes.
It was like the press off button on all the Milan players.
But so I feel it's basically impossible. But if you were the coach of PSG, your PSV's coach, what would be your game plan coming to the Emirates?
Just go and play. That's all.
Enjoy football. All right, so let's look at Arsenal's potential opponents.
Yes.
Going into the next round is the qualifier. And let's go Madrid and Real Madrid. 2-1 win for Real Madrid. I think that was in the Wanda Metropolitano. Or the Riyadh Metropolitano. I know the name of the stadium was changed. Real Madrid played this weekend and won. Atletico Madrid somehow, after taking the lead, went on to lose their own league game, affecting the title race yet again. The return leg is coming. What is your expectation? I know you would say Real Madrid, because obviously they have the pedigree in the Champions League. They have also prevented Atletico Madrid twice from winning the Champions League, where they beat them twice in the final. The same way they did Liverpool twice in the final as well. Do you think they're going to do it for a third time against Atletico?
Well, for me, I believe the game is perfectly balanced. It's not the final game, so the only game I will never bet against Madrid is the Champions League final, because they don't lose the Champions League final. But then again, this is
because they haven't played Barcelona, that's why they don't lose the final. But go on, I'm listening.
But this is a friendly. It's a derby.
Yeah.
City rival.
Yes.
So
and there is a lot.
I remember when Arsenal was firing on all cylinders during our unbeaten season, going on beating everybody. We played Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. What happened? We played 1-1 at the Emirates, at Highbury,
yeah.
and went on to lose. No, 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. Went on to lose 2-1 at Highbury in a game where everybody thought Arsenal would win.
Arsenal has it in the bag, yeah.
Because why? Because Arsenal has already beaten Chelsea 3 times that season. Twice in the league, once in the FA Cup. So everybody expected. But the derby, when it comes to derby games, anything can happen. And if you watch the first game, it was perfectly balanced. It was a game of chances. The game, there was nothing to separate the two teams. Madrid had the chances, they scored. Atletico, I won't say it was a chance. It was the goals were wonder goals.
The wonder goals, yeah.
So that's a game of.
But exactly, that's what I was expecting. It's fine margin, because it literally could have gone either way. But I think Real Madrid will go through, because they have the pedigree. Jude Bellingham is back. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior scoring in Madrid's last match. I think it was against Rayo Vallecano, and somehow. I think it's a team that has not hit their full potential yet this season. I believe there is still more to come from this team. I personally am scared if Madrid picks up that form that I know they can pick up, especially with what they have in their attack. They can literally demolish or obliterate anybody. But I think my issue with them has always been in their midfield and their backline. That has always been the issue, because in as much as everybody hypes up the players in front, I think the best player for Real Madrid this season, and even Ancelotti has confirmed this, he's the hardest working player on the pitch. Federico Valverde.
Without a doubt, nobody.
Whenever Federico Valverde is not playing for Real Madrid, you just know that they would struggle. There also talks that probably Aurelien Tchouameni might be making a switch to Stamford Bridge, and Enzo Fernandez will be coming next season. That's time will tell, but I think it will be a fantastic signing because Tchouameni has really struggled this season.
I just believe that game is going to go to the extra time because there are no more away goals.
No more away goals, definitely.
And nobody's going to beat anybody more than one goal. And with the way Atletico Madrid plays, you know it's going to be a tight
encounter, yeah.
But quickly, let's go through the other games. And PSG, Liverpool, you saw how Liverpool were able to do the great escape.
You see. I believe that there is a God. But on that day, I don't think he put on his TV to watch that game because what happened? Like, I don't know what Alisson was smoking, but he just showed that he's actually one of, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. Because PSG literally threw everything at Liverpool.
The kitchen sink.
But from the very start of that game up until the end of the game, they had to go rolled out correctly for offside. But Kvaratskhelia and Dembele were literally running riot around that Liverpool defense. And somehow between Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott, two players that you would not expect to make a difference, they were in France. They were able to pull up. Núñez gets the assist for Elliott and put Liverpool one goal up. And it just basically lets you on. It shows you how Liverpool's season has been so far. As far as I am concerned, I don't think they have been. They're not the most dominant team, but when it comes to taking your chances, I don't think anybody has put away chances like Liverpool this season.
Both home and abroad.
Yes, I don't think, and they topped the Premier League table for obvious reasons. I think they were better than every other person.
No, by far. Yeah.
And Mohamed Salah seems to be having the season of his life. Somehow he's scoring goals at plenty, assisting for fun. But it doesn't even seem like he's doing so much over the course of 90 minutes.
They say it's using more of your brain than your physical, your brain.
Yes.
You know, he knows what is his experience, so he knows what he needs to do and how he needs to do. He doesn't waste too much time on anything. That's why Salah is like 80 minutes in the game, he's doing nothing, and all of a sudden he pops up in
out of nowhere
90 minutes to score 2 goals, and you win 2-1.
And he gets the man of the match. I'm getting potential Ballon d'Or shouts ahead of Rafinha, who I think is having a better season. But let's move on to Barcelona and Benfica. They met already earlier this season. Barca coming back and doing literally the unthinkable, winning that game. I think 5-4 away from home in Benfica. And then again for the first leg in the knockout, 22 minutes into that game, Barca gets a red card. Paul Kubasi sent off, and everybody thinks it's game over. And the game goes on and on and on, and just like Alisson. Chesney that came out of retirement. Somebody said Benfica literally lit up the stadium, so there was smoke everywhere. And you know Chesney is a smoker, so he was like, "Wow, this is my comfort zone." And I think he went on to save 8. He made 8 saves in that game, and then Rafinha yet again with another clutch goal, just like he got 2 against Benfica earlier in the season. Barca with a man down. I think sometime in the 70-something minutes, getting that 1-goal lead. Now, Barca didn't play this weekend. You could say they are well rested, they are at home, and Benfica will be traveling to Spain. You think it's done and dusted for them?
No. I don't see anybody qualify from there aside Barcelona. So.
You know, I didn't ask you who goes through, Liverpool or PSG. We'll get back to Barca.
Honestly, it's a game of fine margins.
Yet again.
But Liverpool playing at home is a huge advantage, and they are leading. They don't need to win to qualify.
You know, this was PSG's first loss this year.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Their first loss this year. Yes, 2025. Yeah.
Liverpool don't need to win the game to qualify. They just don't need to win.
Lose, yeah.
PSG has to
win.
So they are the ones that have to be.
So that means we are literally going to be expecting like a firecracker of the game.
It might be very, very close. But then again, we shall see. So quickly moving on, Aston Villa, the surprise team of the tournament, if you ask me.
Yeah, Club Brugge, 3-1.
That away from home.
Yeah.
So they are playing now at the Villa Park with a 2-goal lead. I don't expect them to fumble the bag right now. I expect to see them in the quarterfinals to play Liverpool.
Because they went away from home. If they face Liverpool or PSG and their run even comes to an end, I think it has been a fantastic run.
Look at the way they played, even in the group stage.
Yes.
So they finally showed everybody that they have the heart to play.
Definitely.
Now I don't know. I mean, we know they're not coming to the Champions League next season unless they by any miracle win the Champions League.
I don't think miracles like that
So,
happen. But
at least-
whether you like it or not, Liverpool didn't need to go through a playoffs like Real Madrid did.
No.
So at a point, it meant they were among the top 8 teams in Europe sometime this season, and I think that counts for something. And it shows that their project, I think, is in the works. Another game that somehow baffled me was the game between Bayern Munich and Bayern Leverkusen. It had been a game they met, I think, twice this season, and it's always been close. It's always been close, and all of a sudden, Bayern goes on and wins the game by 3-0. Yes, they are home. Now they are going to see. They're going away to Leverkusen. Do you think Xabi Alonso could pull anything out of his sleeves?
Nothing they didn't pull out. Nothing. Sorry. Bayern
You think it's a done deal?
It's a done deal.
Harry Kane.
I think may end up winning the Champions League this season. Who knows? I mean, he will not be like, what have I been doing at Tottenham?
All my life.
All my life.
Well, he's actually the second highest scorer in Premier League history. So
Well,
he counts for something.
somebody is going to come and break that record.
10 years down the line, he's probably start sitting on a podcast like
Nobody will
like
remember.
all of us here.
Nobody will remember the second. Always remember the first.
Yeah,
That
whilst I'm
record.
tempted, I agree with you.
Karim Abdul-Jabbar was all-time leading in points.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody remember Karim, but who are talking about points now? It's LeBron. So
We will still talk about Karim.
Yes,
But I'm saying after his career.
Now, why are we talking about Karim?
We'll be able to get him on the
We're
podcast
talking
like
about
this.
Karim because he was the one that was on top.
Okay.
Kane was never on top. Kane, you know?
If he wins the Champions League, bro.
Good for him. I mean, he's not in for poop, so.
All right. So it's not like we're trying to diss anybody, but Leo Dortmund.
That's another nice game. Poise Dortmund, not really good defending, and they got goals in them. So
Yeah,
they
they do.
goals in this game. That's what I think. Because it's 1-1. So, like I said again, no away goals. So, come out and play. You go one goal, then you can see come out.
Okay.
That's the thing. But I'll probably say Dortmund just because
It's Dortmund and they have that pedigree.
Exactly.
Okay. So finally, let's look at Inter Milan
Feyenoord.
taking on Feyenoord. Yeah.
you know.
2 goals down.
You know-
Lautaro Martinez going on to become the highest goal scorer for Inter Milan in the Champions League.
You know what I liked about this new format is that, I mean, fine, team like Feyenoord, Benfica, Club Brugge, and Aston Villa, they may end up not winning the tournament.
But they made it this far.
But not that they in basketball we say they balled out
Yeah, they did.
because of the format. I mean, you were seeing upsets.
Yes.
I mean, a team like Madrid, with all the stars they had to go and play a playoff against Manchester City.
Yes.
So
Which was a massive game.
that's why I like this new format. Other teams can show what they have. They can play to a certain. If it was the old format, you'll not be seeing teams like Brugge, Aston Villa, or Feyenoord in the knockout stage.
Making it down. Yeah.
They probably have been caught up in the group stage.
You see probably someone like probably Ajax
Exactly.
making it down here.
So-
Yes.
So that's why I like. But I mean, unfortunately, some of this is not going to be out in this round of 16.
As they
But
should. Because at the point we
but
need to
again,
separate the boys
football,
from the men, yeah.
Upsets have always happened. Will always happen. Will continue to happen. So don't be surprised if there's an upset in the Benfica Barcelona game. I know you're Barcelona fan, sorry, but the game is 2 points. Feyenoord Inter.
Have you been punched in the ring before?
Upset. I don't think there's anything that this Brugge Aston Villa. Well, they're both mid-tier teams, so I guess. So those teams. I mean, there's no upset coming. The Arsenal 7-1. I don't think there's any upset there. If Arsenal should, by any chance in the world, not qualify for that game, I'm going to hockey straight. Not as I'm switching to hockey.
I also have a special message from my very, very dear brother, Toby. Normally, we would have talked about Manchester United, but this is not a competition that you guys... You don't look like you've been playing this competition for a while. But just like a special shout out. We don't to talk about Manchester United. I hope you get to see this. We can move on.